Hello, my lovely people. Welcome back, and I hope you are doing fantastic today. If you are doing fantastic, let's do a high five. Awesome. And this is day 6 of our public speaking series, and we are talking about various important, crucial things about public speaking. And I have went for a meeting last Sunday, and I've learned a lot in public speaking. So I'm just sharing this message to you. That's only for you. And if you haven't watched the other 5 videos, please go ahead and watch it because you may lose a lot of information. It's a series, so it's continuing day in and day out. So let's go ahead with the day 6. And today we're going to talk about 3 common mistakes that are done during public speaking. So the mistake number 1 is not knowing your audience. When a speaker gets on the stage, you find a lot of people sitting and you have no idea who is this group, and that's a problem, and you don't know how to create an impact, and you don't deliver your message properly. So the first mistake is not knowing your audience. If you ask me, how do you know your audience? When I get a speaking offer, I speak to the organizer or the meeting, the person who organizes the meeting. I'll ask them how many people and what's their background and what do they do in their day-to-day life. If it's a college student, perfect. So I can do entertaining speech easily. I can entertain a college students, a group of college students. So we have various forms in every single speech. There is informative speech, there is entertaining speech, humorous speech, or persuasive speech, or emotional speech, or motivational speech. Now, to know which speech, which genre I'm going to choose, you have to know who's sitting on the other side. So it's your job as a speaker to speak with the organizers and know your audience. So the first mistake that most of the speakers do is not knowing your audience, right? The second is not using your emotions. If I just look into this mirror or into this camera with the same same emotion, I'm not doing anything, I'm just looking into the mirror or looking into the camera, I'm just talking like this, would you enjoy? No, nobody will enjoy. Using your emotions, your laughter, your humor, or crying, your sad, all emotions, people will connect to you right away. When you use emotions, you are opening your heart and you're asking your audience to open their heart, and you connect right away. So use emotions. Not using emotions will not create the impact which you're trying to create in the audience. So second mistake is not using the emotions. Third, and the most important one, is not rehearsing. If you don't rehearse, then you may stutter, or you may lose, or you may become nervous. Although you're a prominent speaker, you know everything, then it's a different story because they know how to handle audience. But if you're an emerging or an aspiring speaker, then it's really important for you to prepare. So see, stage is just an art. So when you get on the stage, there should be a respect for the stage. So if you go without rehearsing or preparing for your speech, it's a disrespect for the stage. So to do that, at least go ahead. And when you talk about rehearsing, we can talk about a lot. So when you rehearse, you can sit back in a room, you can rehearse it on your own, or you can sit in front of a mirror and you can try and use your body language and show what are the facial expressions that you're using. Or you can even call your family members and ask them to see how you're delivering the speech, and they can point out every single thing. Or you can do it in front of your friends and ask them to see if they can point out some mistakes. Or one important thing is videos, recording in your mobile phone. If you ask me, the only thing that helped me, apart from my mentorship, from my mentors and my critics, they all give suggestions. But on top of that, if I want to prepare, I take my mobile phone and sit down. So doing rehearsing, or when you rehearse in front of your camera, it gives you a different kind of experience. It gives you a different kind of confidence in specific. So if you don't agree to the fact, go ahead and check my first video in 2018, just like six months before. So you can see the difference. You can see the difference how I have been speaking those days and how I have improved now. I can literally see the difference when I speak in front of the camera. So use the technology well. It'll really help you out. There is an example I wanted to share. So in 2018, World Championship of Public Speaking, the second prize went to a Chinese lady. I couldn't recall her name, and she prepared that speech for 200 times. I can't even imagine. She spent 200 times. She spent a lot of time in her speech, the final speech that she had delivered in 2018 World Championship. So, if she's a speaker, she was a speaker for almost 7-8 years, she said, and now if that kind of an effort, if the prominent speakers like this, if like them, who's putting a lot of effort for every single speech, what are we? We are, especially people like me who just started the speaking career like 1 year, 2 year, or aspiring speakers. It's definitely important that we have to spend a lot of time preparing, rehearsing. Right? So those are the 3 common mistakes: not knowing your audience, not using emotions, and not rehearsing. So don't do that. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye for now.